blue.
From Aggie Land, this is the Home Depot SEC on CBS. We begin our doubleheader with 8th-ranked Auburn against number 17 Texas A&M with the full force of 102,000+ fans at Kyle Field, home of the 12th man. With John Triffin, Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel, I'm Carter Blackburn. Guys, if we know anything about college football in 2019, if you are a contender in the SEC West, you're a contender for the biggest trophies in the sport. Now, we expect Alabama and LSU to be there. My question is, Rick, are either of these two teams ready to be a contender in the SEC West?
Well, I promise you, both these programs consider themselves elite. And if you've ever been on either of the campuses, you'll understand why. Auburn has already stamped their card as a contender by beating Oregon in the opening weekend. Texas A&M went on the road and got nipped by Clemson in Death Valley out there, but they feel like they're on schedule as well. And don't be surprised if Jimbo Fisher is ahead of what most people think is a year away for the Aggies.
Well, both teams know, and the players do see what's going on in the country and in the SEC, especially the SEC West. Alabama, LSU, two very tough teams right now. You want to get going early in the season, especially in SEC ball, especially in the West. This is a big game, and it's crazy out there, man. This is going to be a fun game to watch.
Well, Auburn has a new quarterback, the true freshman Bo Nix, but Aaron, there is a familiar recipe for the Tigers.
Well, if you want to win football games with a young quarterback, it starts with a run game. Kent State last week, 3 rushers, over 100 yards. And don't be surprised if Joey Gatewood gets in here as well as a little bit of a mix-up to get this run game going, to help their young quarterback ease into a very, very tough defense tonight. But hey, let's not get it wrong. Auburn's built on defense. This defense, very similar to 2010. Nick Fairley introduced me to what SEC defense is all about. And you look at this team right now, big up front, strong, physical, lanky on the back end, 11 hats to the football. Little slow start to the year versus Oregon that first quarter, but since then, 29 points, total points allowed, 700 total yards allowed as well. So they're hitting their stride early. I'll tell you what, they are scary, scary, scary to go against.
Well, the Aggies have a veteran quarterback, Kevn Mond, as we check out our Do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot. Kevn Mond has to be smarter with the football.
Well, you hit it. He has to play smarter to have a chance today against this great Auburn defense. Here against Clemson, you can see he has an open receiver. He misses him. Could have been a big play, changed the outcome of that game. Quarterback run will be something they'd love to feature, but he can't give it up as he did in Death Valley just a few weeks ago. Here again, pressure causes a turnover, something that can't happen for the Aggies. But we know he's capable. A year ago in Tuscaloosa, he ran for over 100 yards in the first half. This will be key in terms of flipping field position. His eyes down the field in Jimbo Fisher's offense. Here you can see him bisecting his own. It looks like the ball might be behind Sternberger. Actually, it was a perfect throw.
Texas Gus Malzahn, undefeated in College Station despite this elite atmosphere. But that was prior to Jimbo Fisher's arrival in Aggie Land. Gus Malzahn, now 7th season as Auburn head coach. Well, Jimbo Fisher has some time on the plains as well, and for more on those ties, here's John Triffin.
Well, if you haven't heard Auburn's freshman quarterback Bo Nix, he is special, but he also has a very unique connection to this game. His father, Patrick, played at Auburn, was the quarterback there in the mid-90s. His quarterback coach at the time was none other than current Texas A&M head coach, Jimbo Fisher. Now, I spoke to Patrick earlier this week. He told me he and Jimbo are still close. They speak regularly, but he said he did not reach out to him this week because he said, you know what? I didn't know what to say to him. I couldn't wish him good luck because I want Auburn and my son to win. Well, if you take a look at what his son Bo has done, he has done nothing but win. Back in high school, he's a winner, and even here in college. But with everything he has accomplished, he has never played in an atmosphere quite like this. I asked his father what advice he gave to his son. He said, stay calm. Don't get caught in the emotion of the game. Carter, let's see how he handles this crowd noise.
And of course, Jimbo Fisher very well aware of how this environment can affect opponents. 10th season as a head coach with the title at Florida State, now 2nd season for the Aggies of Texas A&M on a steamy Saturday in College Station, Texas. So Thankfully, the storms that rolled through the area last couple of days have cleared off right now. 91 degrees, partly cloudy, and the largest crowd of the year in the SEC anticipated for Texas A&M versus Auburn. Back for Auburn, and he had the critical interception off Kevn Mond, and last year's come from behind win for Auburn on the Plains. Braden Mann's kickoff will be a touchback to the 25-yard line. So we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups, and of course it begins with the Auburn offense and Bo Nix. Yes, Bo Nix, lifelong Tiger, but no, he is not named after that Bo. Patrick and Kristen Nix named him after her father, who passed away just before Bo was born. Patrick's father, Conrad, won a couple of state titles coaching Warner Robins, Georgia's Northside High School. Retired, went to work for his son. So Patrick told us back to Bo's junior high days, the family dinner discussions all about football. Shivers with him in the backfield. Shivers gets the handoff and gets out to the 29, and so Bo Nix. All right, Rick, now from the coach's perspective, I mean, how do you coach him up for this environment?
It's all about making sure Bo Nix is comfortable. This is a hostile environment. First time he's been truly on the road, and a running play right here is a great way to get him comfortable. All of a sudden now he's just playing football. Gus Malzahn is an expert at teaching youngsters to play this position. He's loving being back in the play calling saddle. Anxious to watch this one.
In fact, Coach Malzahn told us, I'm never giving it up, no matter how long I do this. Nix on the roll, pressured, drops it off. It's incomplete, intended for Eli Stove. Let's take a look at the offensive starters.
Well, the guy that I want to feature here is Prince Teo Wanago. He's their left tackle. He did not play last week. He was hobbled. They need him to go because the backup, Bailey Sharp, is out for the year.
So Whitlow does not start. Into the hands of Joyner on the edge. Joyner gets back to the 39. He lost the football. Auburn gets on top of it. Auburn recovers it. Canella gets on top of the football. Whitlow doesn't start in part because of the fumble issues, and Auburn puts it on the ground anyway.
It's an issue for this Auburn offense, taking care of the football.
Joyner going to take the shovel, 2nd and 8. Joyner stretches. He is just short of the first down. Hansford on the stop. Let's take a look at that Aggie D.
It's a tremendous D, especially against the run. Buddy Johnson, middle linebacker.
Legal substitution on the defense. The replaced players were not able to get off the field prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough thing. This Auburn offense is going to go, 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 go. You got to get the substitution right. Buddy Johnson going back to the middle linebacker. He's the one that needs to communicate everything going on defensively. The formations, the shifts, the jet sweeps. There's a lot of eye candy for this Auburn offense.
You have to be really careful about substituting when the ball's on the far hash. That time A&M got caught. Nice play by Gus Malzahn's offense to catch that and create an opportunity here.
Jatavius Whitlow is in for 2nd and 3. Nix. Whitlow into round. Here's Schwartz, the speedy Schwartz across the 50. Here goes Schwartz inside the 20, and it is touchdown, Tigers. 57 yards for Anthony Schwartz.
Gus Malzahn talked about Anthony Schwartz as being the fastest guy he's ever coached. He said light year fast.
Well, look at Bo Nix with the block right there. You love a quarterback getting involved early in the game. We saw a couple of runs, getting his juices flowing in a big environment like this. Nothing like throwing a block to spring his receiver for the long touchdown run.
Carlson on for the PAT, only the 2nd time the Aggies have allowed a rush of 20+ this season. So a big opening statement for the Tigers.
Yeah, Gus Malzahn knew he had to be creative to get this run game going. Get to your speedy receiver to start this game off.
7-0 Auburn on the longest rush of the season. The 57-yard TD run by Anthony Schwartz. Wasn't this supposed to be a low-scoring defensive game? And yet Auburn like that, 7-0 to get it started. Smith is back. He'll let it bounce. It'll be a touchback. And so the Aggie offense comes out. Time for our Chick-fil-A starting lineups. And we begin with the Aggies with Kevn Mond, the junior, and in 2019 clear QB1 for the Aggies, nearly an Auburn Tiger. San Antonio's Reagan High School. He was committed to Baylor. The well-publicized coaching change there. So Kevn opens up his recruiting. Ends up at IMG Academy in Florida, and down to 2 schools, Auburn and Texas A&M. Committed to Kevin Sumlin, and now he's Jimbo Fisher's latest quarterback project, although both Kellen and Jimbo telling us yesterday there is work to be done for Kevn Mond. Cabote's in the backfield with him. Cabote takes it, trying to get the edge, and there is great news for Auburn fans as Derrick Brown gets the tackle for loss in the backfield. Played only one series last week, but he is ready to roll here today as we take a look at the rest of the Aggie offense.
I think a lot of eyes will be on Isaiah Spiller, number 28. Was not expected to be the starter in this football game. If you want to go back 4 or 5 weeks ago, 2 100-yard games. They want to get him going early to make Kevn Mond more comfortable in the pocket.
Derrick Brown gets a tackle for loss to make it 2nd and 15. Mond fake it, toss it on the edge, blown up in a hurry. Christian Tutt comes down to make it 3rd and very long.
Christian Tutt plays what they call the star in this defense. Many people would refer to as a nickel. Obviously very athletic, able to cover out in the slot, but also linebacker-type tackling skills.
Well, that's the whole secondary for this Auburn team. All of these guys are very good tacklers in space. They're fast, they're physical. It's not just the D-line. One thing about Auburn, we think D-line, D-line. Those guys in the back end earn a lot of our respect.
Back-to-back tackles for loss by the Auburn D, making it 3rd and 16. Mond and the Aggies. Mond over the middle. That's complete. Osborne makes the grab. 1st down. Thomas makes the stop. But Mond to Jamon Osborne, converting on 3rd and long.
That's a great job. Cover 2 high safeties. You got to look the will linebacker down. You see the running back a little settled down. Will linebacker jumps up real quick, and then great anticipation by Kevn Mond to convert for the 1st down.
In watching practice the other day, he loved throwing dig routes. Those 16 to 18-yard in routes. He hit one on perfect stride right there.
If I had a big arm like him, I'd love throwing those things too. He could bring it in the heat with those big dagger routes.
Cabote in the backfield. Mond, quick hitter to Osborne. Incomplete. Incomplete on the edge. Tavares Davis there in coverage. Let's take a look at the rest of the Tiger defense.
Well, the headliner here is Derrick Brown. He's going to play in that front. He'll play right over the center at times. He'll play on the outside edge of a guard as what we call a 3 technique. He is a space eater deluxe, but he's more than just a body. He is absolutely active, and his presence today is vital for this Auburn team to try to corral the Aggies.
So Wanago and Brown both able to go today. We also anticipate Seth Williams should be fine. All 3 of them question marks. Cabote patiently picking his way, only gets back to the 40-yard line, a couple yards there.
They let Brown look like he lined up off sides right there. You talk about crowding the football. He was getting every inch of it.
Well, he was called for offsides a couple times last year, but he was dominant, especially in the 4th quarter when Auburn was able to come back. Yeah,
I mean, does that not look offside? I don't know what they're looking at.
And it's not like he needs it. He's quick off the ball, big and physical already.
I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing to be 325 pounds. It's another one to be offsides.
Almost offsides right here again.
Advantage Derrick Brown, and now Mond 3rd and 8. Over the middle, it's complete. Converting on 3rd and long again over the middle across the 50-yard line. McCurry finally makes the stop. Weidermeyer makes the grab.
And it's the same route from a tight end this time. You see the big dig route over the middle, 12 to about 15 yards. He loves it. He loves this throw. He feels very comfortable in it. So if you get in a 3rd and long situation, anticipate that play call.
Question was who was going to replace Jay Sternberger, right? This young man, Weidermeyer, Jimbo says is going to eventually be a 1st rounder.
Aggies move the chains again on 3rd and long. Weidermeyer in motion. Mond will turn and hit. That's Isaiah Spiller on the left side. Spiller, nothing there on the left side, and Wooten leads the way.
This is a nice job by the Auburn front, stringing this along, keeping gap responsibility. Against Oregon, this was Oregon's best running play, the outside zone. So obviously they've done some work on it in keeping their gap integrity.
10th play of the opening drive. Aggies without Deshaun Corbin, hamstring injury versus Clemson, out for the year. They lost Travion Williams to the Bengals. He's dealing with a foot injury himself. Mond, 2nd and 10. Check down, complete. Spiller, but he is wrestled down in the open field, so minimal gain. McClain makes the stop. Zacoby McClain, sophomore from Valdosta, Georgia.
And so many defenses, when they want to bring pressure, usually it's a zone coverage behind it, but Kevin still feels great. If he's going to bring pressure, he feels fine man-to-man on the backside. So Kevn Mond has to be more accurate than that. You put the ball in front of your running back, put it on his front pec, it gives him a chance not to have to slow down, keep going. It's going to be tight, though. These guys are tremendous at man coverage. But if you can lead them, it's a good thing.
Interesting play call here, because this could be 4-down territory.
We're at the 31, 6 to go. Aggie still perfect on 3rd down. Opening drive. Mond on 3rd and 6. Pressured again. Hit as he throws again to the outside. Jump ball incomplete. Courtney Davis got hands on it. Popo's the one who laid the lick on Mond. McCreary there in coverage.
Field goal team headed in now. There was a potential for a quarterback run play call right there, which would have given you either a 1st down or a 4th and short opportunity. They like the man coverage and the matchup with Courtney Davis.
So here comes Seth Small from 49. Career long is 52. Had a critical miss last year from 36 at Auburn in the 4th quarter. This one from 49 is no good. So a touchdown for Gus Malzahn's Tigers, and they hold the Aggies. Quite an opening statement on the road for War Eagle. 7-0 Tigers.
Well, guys, on that first touchdown that the defense gave up, it was actually a case of the home noise affecting the defense. When the secondary got to the bench, their secondary coach, Maurice Linguist, asked them who had the edge. When they couldn't figure it out, he said, you've got to be able to communicate better, and because you can't hear each other, you have to use hand signals to communicate. We can't let that happen again.
Wow, here we were worried about Bo Nix, and it's the defense he's going up against. Thank you, John. Excellent report. Shivers in the backfield. Here's Nix on the toss, complete. That is Seth Williams, who is a question mark coming in, and he looks just fine. Rolling to near the 50, a gain of 19.
That's a great job by Bo Nix right there, kind of manipulating where his arm angle was going to be, his slot, and then being able to throw an accurate pass on the quick hitch route.
Auburn is averaging 8 yards on 1st down. Joyner with Nix in the backfield. Nix going to keep it on 1st and 10. Jimbo Fisher keeps talking about his Aggies growing up. There's another example of the need. Shivers in the backfield with Nix. He will take it on 2nd and 7. Shivers trying to find the edge. Gets him into 3rd and short. Hines makes the stop.
Well, you talk about 1st down and averaging 8 yards per carry. That's what you want to do right now with a freshman quarterback. You don't want him to be in 3rd and long. And that's when the package for A&M is going to get crazy. You'll see double A's, you'll see 3-man fronts. Put him in this so then he has a quick hot throw that gets you the 1st down.
Joey Gatewood in at quarterback now. They'll have a package for him. Look for him to be featured in some sort of run combination.
Stove was a great runner as well on the sweep, and Stove gets a 1st down to the 25, and let's just not even worry about 4th down.
And this is where the tempo gets you, right? They can get up there and get going again. Gatewood now leaves the game. Nix is back in. But this is what Gus Malzahn talked to us about, eye candy. We've seen enough quarterback run thus far that A&M has to completely stay on their targets. Mike Elko talked about every defense is triple option oriented. Everybody's got to stay with their guys.
Bo Nix back at quarterback. Malik Miller in the backfield. Already 4 different running backs. There's a shovel toss, and it is Schwartz on 1st and 10. And here goes Schwartz again. 1st and goal, Auburn. Pryor shoves him out.
At the end of the day, you could be in the right gap, in the right situation defense, but speed will always win. And we know how fast Schwartz is once he gets the ball in his hand. Obviously, the big touchdown to start the football game, it's tough. It's tough for linebackers and safeties.
Nix going to hand off to Miller. He stood up in the middle on 1st and goal.
Aaron, you and I saw all these plays practiced the other day by Texas A&M, but they didn't have anybody running as fast as Schwartz.
They didn't have anyone
running around these edges.
The Aggies think they have the football, but believe Miller ruled down. And here comes Gatewood, so it is 2nd and goal.
He told us they had a Gatewood package. Quarterback run, quarterback different counters. Look for a little eye candy right here.
It will touchdown.
Fakes it, tosses it, and there it is. Touchdown. Shaker. This one from 6 yards. And an almost perfect start for Auburn here in College Station.
And it's a great job with the unbalanced formation. He actually had the tight end at the tackle position. They moved Prince Tega over to the right side of the offensive line. And what we call a run, run, run. Anytime Joey Gatewood's in, he's going to run it. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, the man can throw a football. I saw it in spring practice. We've seen it in practice in the fall.
You can see Jenker, the tight end, lined up in the tackle position. This is an unbalanced set. We'll show you here in a bit.
Carlson's PAT 14-0. The road team has rolled in this recent rivalry. Auburn 14-0 on Texas A&M. 14-0 Auburn on the road here at Kyle Field. Carlson's kickoff. Smith is back. Smith will bring it out. A nice Smith. Slips through, gets to the 20. So the decision to bring it out costs him 5 yards. Bodie, we try the sweep. And here is Mond running across the 25, across the 30. And Mond has a first down. And there's the Mond run.
I have been clamoring for this. This guy is a gifted runner. He's a great weapon with his legs. It creates simpler throwing coverages because you have to put an extra person in the box. Look for Jimbo to try to exploit that a little bit more today.
It's funny, coaches told us that they actually feel better with him running and taking hits because at least you can prepare for it. You and I both know you sit in the pocket, and some of those blindside hits are worse than if you just know that, hey, I'm going to take a linebacker on one-on-one.
Closing seconds of the first quarter that has been dominated by Auburn. Mond on first and 10. Fake it. Time in the pocket. Mond on the post. It is caught. What a grab by Osmond from his roommate Kevn Mond. So it was all War Eagle in the first quarter until this one from Mond to Osmond for 41 yards. So the Aggies down by 14 take that into the second quarter. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS will continue after this message and a word from your local station. Gus Malzahn told us yesterday about his true freshman quarterback. He's even. It's a little unusual, even that the true freshman, 4 for 5 passing to get it started. And a 14-0 start for Auburn, but Kevn Mond and the Aggies driving first play of the second quarter. Mond snaps it and hands off. There is nothing doing outside. McClain makes the stop. Let's go back to that 41-yard catch. We had a lot of time to look at it as long as everyone else did as well.
Well, there was some question whether or not he maintained possession. You can see the ball come loose there. It looks like he pins it against his leg, and there's no camera angle that you can say he didn't definitively do it, so they confirm the catch.
That was Osmond for 41 yards. So now over 100 career receptions, 18th Aggie. Aggie was banged up a whole lot last year, sophomore season. Become Kevn Mond's go-to receiver. On 2nd and 9, Mond looking for his check down. It's too high, and it's bobbled, and it is caught. Bodie off his hands, and he manages to somehow haul it in.
Does a great job of concentrating on the ball. Important third down. Question again, is this 4-down territory for Jimbo? Still early in the game. But
I don't think just yet, though. I think you got to get points on the board. Obviously, you want to convert it, keep this drive going. But if you don't get it and you're down, this is not time to be desperate at all. You got to get points on the board to get some confidence for your team.
The point I'm making is we'll know by the third down call here. If he decides to run it and get it to 4th and 1, likelihood goes up.
Bodie in the backfield with Mond. Kevn Mond finds Bodie on 3rd and 5, and he is brought down in the open field. There's Davis with a stop in the open field, minimal gain. Here comes 4th down, and here comes the kicking unit.
And they're expecting man-to-man coverage. Great job switching off between Davis and the linebacker right there. And these secondary guys are doing a tremendous job. They've done all year, tackling in space. You think as a coordinator, hey, let's get a corner, let's get a safety one-on-one with a running back or receiver. Not with this Auburn defense. They're proving it right now. They can take guys down in the open field.
33-yard attempt coming here from Seth Small after he missed earlier from 48. That is good. The Aggies are on the board, but the Tigers are in control. Braden man kickoff. Trickle into the end zone without even looking at it for Igbenogany. So touchback. It'll be Auburn football at the 25. This is hard to stop as well. This is what the quick huddle for Auburn. They break it, and they want to snap it in a hurry. Shivers is in the backfield. Bo Nix loses the football. Bo picks it up. Bo on the roll, just dumps it in the sideline, and that is the right play.
Yeah, that's a mature play. Don't make a bad play worse, and live to fight again. 2nd down and 10 we can live with. Don't turn the ball over. Don't take a big loss.
I mean, Gus Malzahn going so far as say, what
play calls are like your children. you hate it when they get squandered by a bad deal. You work so hard to put that play together.
Time of possession where the Aggies excel, but only 3 points on the scoreboard. 2nd down and 10. Give it to Eli Stove. Aggies ready. They drop Stove to force 3rd and long. Miles Jones leads the way.
Yeah, it's a big job by the defense right here. We'll get ready to see a little bit more of the exotic stuff. Great job on that 2nd down right now. Not getting faked out, but hey, right now 3rd down. Be ready for it.
Here comes Mike Elko, and where he puts on his mad scientist hat.
Give credit to Marvin Leal there on that stop as well.
Noise gets to be a factor here.
And just look at all the guys that line of scrimmage right now. You don't know who's coming. You don't know who's dropping.
Nix stepping up. He feels the rush and takes the sack. Matabike gets the sack on Bo Nix.
This is what we were talking about, young quarterbacks. They get back there, they're looking, but they can feel this pressure, and then their eyes come down. Once that happens, it's over. You can see as he's looking down the field, but right here, he sees rush. And now it's like he's caged and just find me an empty place to get safe.
Well, you see the eyes go down and then they go back up. You don't know where anything's in that split second. In SEC defenses, everything, your pitcher completely is different at that moment right there. That's his next progression. Can he make all the throws? Yes. Is he very talented? Heck yes, but he needs to learn pocket presence and keeping his head up. And this kid could be special in this league.
Savas hits it from the 5. Paul rounds it at the 35. O'Shaw Paul across the 40. So the Aggies will be set up across their own 40-yard line. Bo Nix 4 for 7 in this game. The Aggies set up a good field position. Kevn Mond hands to Capote on the right side. He's dragged down. Marlon Davidson, remember, left the game earlier with an injury, but he's been back out there after missing just a couple of snaps. So Davidson and Newkirk combine on the stop.
Davidson, a great job here holding the edge and then throwing off his blocker and getting back inside to bring down the running back. See how he keeps his arms extended? Beautiful job. Textbook.
That is not a good number for the Aggies. 1.5 yards per rush. They averaged only 2 yards a carry versus Clemson. So this was
a year ago. They ran for 200 yards.
Right, and held Auburn to just 19. And now Mond on 2nd and 10. He feels the rush. It is incomplete. Intended for Buckley over the middle. Davis knocks it away to bring up 3rd and 10.
So I would have loved to see Mond right there run a little bit. Tight man-to-man coverage. You expect that with this Auburn secondary. But right there, you hitch up. No one's open. There was a little bit of a lane. We've seen him get skinny and get through some of those and make some big plays with his legs.
This game is settling into what we expected, which is hard yards, running the ball, and some 3rd and longs, and watching these 2 defensive coordinators dial up some pressures.
After the explosive start from Auburn, they got out to the 14-0 lead. Quiet on 3rd and long. Mond stepping up this time, and he is dropped. This big Derrick Brown, the senior Lanier High School, with the upper body contusion.
So you wanted to be a
all the Kent State game.
So you want to be a quarterback. Well, you just sit in the pocket. Your eyes are down the field. You're looking at what coach told you, and then a mass of humanity wearing number 5.
A quarterback or a right guard. Kenyon Green, freshman over there, number 55. I don't know if he signed up for that either. Freshman going against a guy that could be in the NFL right now. That's a tall task, especially on a 3rd and long situation.
In the words of Kevin Steele, that dude will help get you to Atlanta. Yep. They were very happy to have him back. Man who has struggled uncharacteristically today. elite, so this one will roll. Now gets a nice roll inside the 10. Yeah, who's struggling now? Aggie's down and inside the 10. So Chalk, another good one up for Braden Mann. That 56 with a nice roll. Just match game.
I'm surprised Gatewood's not out there. Actually, if you're going to run the ball and try to end this half, you'd expect the big Gatewood to try to grind out some yards and push down this clock to see if he can finish the ball. But they're going to take a knee. I'm with you, Coach.
They're going to get a timeout. Jimbo's running to the official right now.
Or you run a two-lane play. And sure enough, here's a little trick play. So backed up near the goal line. They run it, and there's Shivers out of the Green Waves playbook of Auburn. And there is the timeout. So the
first charge timeout.
Hey, work for the Green Wave.
It will be a 30-second time.
Okay, we gave credit for Tulane, but knowing Gus Malzahn, you know that was in there before the Thursday night.
That goes back to Springdale, Arkansas, I promise you. I asked him last night, how many of these plays did you have in your arsenal when you were coaching high school back in Arkansas? He said, almost all of them.
It's Joyner in the backfield, 2nd and 6. 2 timeouts left for the Aggies. Nix will fake it, and Nix will keep it. It's to the 10. There's the quick timeout. Stop it at 21 seconds. 1 left for the Aggies. Stop them on 3rd down. Use the final one. Rick, you talked about how these two programs can mirror each other at times under Jimbo and Gus, and there's the mirror image, both looking through these last seconds of the half. 2
head coaches that are play callers. This looks to try to get something that's extended right here. Some long developing play, try to get as much time off the clock as you can.
Whitlow draw, Brown the first contact. Carper makes the stop. Timeout with 14 seconds, forcing Auburn to punt. And the Aggies are out of timeouts now, so not a whole lot of room to work, but you've managed to get it to 14 seconds.
Great job by Brown. They're explosive off the ball, and right now, if you're A&M, you're hoping for a decent field position off the punt, get the ball on the opposing side of the field, and maybe one play to the boundary or 1 first down, depending on the clock, to be able to spike it or get out of bounds for a last-second field goal.
This is where you'd like 6-second hang time if you're Gus Malzahn.
Aaron Sipos, the junior punter from Melbourne, Australia. 14 and rolling. Hall will fair catch it on the plus side right at the 47 seconds. So from right there would be a 57-yard attempt.
Defense.
No timeout, 7 seconds. Offense on the field.
There's room for a ball over there, though. They end up running kind of a pick out there.
Onside, free play, fling it. Davis incomplete, but free play. 4 seconds showing on the clock. Big Cat Bryant jumped. And
now you have to kick it.
And there's your 5 yards you were looking for to give Small.
51-yard penalty, 51-yard field goal now. 52.
And here he comes, Small for what would be 52. This would equal the career long. He missed from 48 going the other way in the first. 4 seconds. Ponder choked the snapper. Braden Mann the holder. To equal his career long. Seth Small. And it is no good. A miss from 48, a miss from 52. And Auburn takes a 14-3 lead to halftime here at Kyle Field. That is the end of the first half of the score. 14-3 for John's halftime interview with Coach Malzahn. Go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. Now let's go to Adam Zucker in our New York studio. We back in College Station like it's gone for the previous trips for Auburn under Gus Malzahn. Good for the Tigers. 14-3 with John Shriffen, Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel. I'm Carter Blackburn, and clearly the 14-0 start for Auburn has held up thus far.
Well, other than the long reverse by Schwartz, it has been a defensive dominated game, and I think the quarterbacks have to get involved. Right now, the running backs combined 0 yards.
That's amazing.
Let's not forget, they're going against 2 very good defenses. We talk about the fronts, but what's most impressed me is the secondaries. These guys are willing to put their hat in there and make some tackles.
All right, let's take a look at the first half stats and look at the rush yards for Texas A&M. After last season, Auburn only rushed for 19 against the Aggies in the first half, just 12 for Texas A&M against Auburn. And the time of possession battle goes the Aggies' way. That's big for Jimbo Fisher's offense, but the biggest number, 14-3 Auburn at the half. With our producer Scott Brandwein, our director Mark Grant, the rest of our hardworking crew here from Kyle Field. Yeah, now the Aggies are just coming out now, and so Gus Malzahn is arguing for a penalty against the Aggies late coming out of halftime.
You wonder if there were some IVs or things taken inside to try to get some fluids, given the humidity of the day.
Texas A&M won the toss and deferred to the second half. Smith will let it bounce, and it will be a touchback. So the Aggies will have it at the 25-yard line. Well, the big question mark was, would Derrick Brown play today? He's not just played, he has been a monster presence in the middle of the Tigers.
He looks healthy out there. You see him right now, big, physical defensive lineman, not only in the run game, but just swallowing up quarterbacks back there in the backfield as well. Almost a little dream, like my boy Rick said, almost a dream for a defensive lineman to pick a ball off right there. He's been tremendous and been instrumental in the not great running start for this Texas A&M offense.
You think he has a touchdown dance in mind? I know it's not legal in college football, but do you think he has it?
You could do whatever you want on the sideline, though. I'm not sure how often that's pointed out, but Mond turns around and hands off. Isaiah Spiller slips free across the 30-yard line. Spiller lost the football, scooped up by the Auburn Tigers. Did Thomas get it? Was Spiller down? It is Tiger football on the opening play of the third quarter.
Isaiah Spiller came into this game averaging over 8 yards a carry.
On the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down Auburn.
That's a heck of a job by Daniel Thomas right there, punching it out with the right hand before the knee goes down. You'll see right there, ball should be out before that right knee goes down. Great job defensively.
I don't think you can turn it.
Nope.
No, that is absolutely a fumble. What a critical turnover.
When you talk about the secondary guys, not afraid to make tackles right there. Daniel Thomas, not afraid to get a little dirty and punch that ball out.
Unbalanced formation here.
Owen Popo in there as well. So now Bo Nix complete on 1st and 10, and the Tigers go rolling. J.J. Wilson makes the grab and gets to the 30-yard line.
And that's a good feeling for a freshman quarterback. He played well in the first half. You come out second half, you got the ball on the 38-yard line to start off with a great turnover right there from your defense.
And this is what we were talking about, what both offenses need, which is quarterbacks involved in the running game, whether it was RPO, which that clearly was, or keeping it themselves.
Whitlow in the backfield gets the handoff on 2nd and 3. He slips to near the 20-yard line. First down Auburn. By the way, that makes it 9 straight games the Aggies have turned it over.
The Aggies look a little shocked. First play, they turn it over. The defense looks like they weren't ready to be out there. They were late getting back out here for the second half. They have better get sturdy here, or this is going to get one-sided.
Well, they need to make sure, too, a field goal is critical here to keep this a 2-possession game.
That is the 7th turnover of the year, although they have not allowed a touchdown off of a turnover. Pryor makes the stop there on Whitlow.
Safety coming downhill, always part of the run fits. Again, Mike Elko is, they went from 62nd in the country yards per game rushing down to 2nd last year. That's hard to do in 1 year.
Whitlow will take the direct snap on 2nd and 9. So that is Nix in motion, and now Nix will motion behind the center. Nix takes it 2nd and 9. And now completes to the edge. That's Schwartz who has it. He has a first down. Schwartz is wrestled out of bounds. 1st and goal, Auburn.
It's a good feeling to have Schwartz back, minus the cast.
Miller's in the backfield. Here's Bo Nix. Takes it inside the 10. So the Aggie defense has helped their offense out after all of those turnovers, just giving up the 3 points. Just that field goal, haven't given up a touchdown off the turnover.
Well, that's a great job, but it's a red zone defense. Everything down here gets condensed for all quarterbacks. You got to be accurate. You got to be able to run the football. And right now, you have to feel good getting 3 points. Don't try to force it. If I'm Bo Nix at any of these passes, you get an opportunity. A check down's a great thing. And then, like Rick always keeps saying, use your legs to create if people want to match up in the back end.
Nix, 2nd and goal. Slant, caught, Touchdown, Seth Williams.
Great call by Gus Malzahn. I was about to say they're going to throw on second down rather than wait for that exotic pressure that Mike Elko had stored up for third down. They take advantage of the turnover. An unbelievable job by this Auburn offense to come out of the second half with this touchdown. This puts it as an uphill climb and then some now for the Aggies.
So off the Spiller fumble, Auburn turns it into a touchdown. And an Auburn offense that had slowed at the end of the first half comes out with a touchdown not even 3 minutes into the third quarter. Anders Carlson boots it through. So Isaiah Spiller, the true freshman, filling in for the injured Jay-Sean Corbin, puts it on the ground. Auburn picks it up. And it's a touchdown for Seth Williams. He's used to game winners. Well, this one puts him up 21-3. Bo Nix a perfect 3 for 3 on that drive. Had only 4 completions in the first half, but he was terrific, including the touchdown pass.
It's a great job. You're going to get one-on-one slants on the outside by both receivers. And then Seth Williams gets matched up, and Bo Nix does a great job. But the coach said when he's in rhythm with his feet, he's a very accurate passer. You see that there, one step, get on that back foot, transfer the weight, deliver the strike for the touchdown.
It's a great play call by Gus to take the throw on second down, knowing that Elko was going to have all the fireworks coming for him on third down. Give him a vanilla picture, things that he's been working on all through training camp and early in the season. He takes full advantage.
Williams had the game-winning touchdown last year to beat Texas A&M, had the game-winning touchdown versus Oregon.
Yeah, he's kind of a big-time player, isn't he?
Yeah, so that's now 7 career touchdown catches, 2 of them game winners. Swift kick, and it will sail out of bounds. So bring it to the 35.
56-yarder. It's got, no, does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game.
This is still difficult for all of us who knew Rod and wife Paula Bramblett. Really everyone around college football to see the Auburn Tigers and realize that you're talking about the late Rod Bramblett and the late Paula Bramblett. But here we are. Mond's going to keep it on 1st and 10. Andy Burcham and Stan White now is part of the Auburn Sports Network, and it is it's tough to lose a tremendous voice and a tremendous man and his wife. And you can see very prominently RB for the late Rod Bramblett in the Auburn Sports Network radio booth. Condolences to everyone in the family and everyone around Auburn athletics, everyone in the SEC. This is dearly. Mond on 2nd and 9. Here's Beal. Let's check in with John.
Well, guys, this is a big season for Texas A&M quarterback Kevn Mond. The coaching staff told us he has stepped up and become a vocal leader on this team. And when his team went off on the sideline after that last drive, he went up to every single one of his offensive linemen, gave them a pound, and he said, come on, guys, one play at a time. I got you. Let's do this.
All right, time to get it rolling for the Ags.
They got to have some third down conversions. They started the game with some.
Right.
You got to get back to those. We remember there were some inside routes, some dig routes that found some success. He's got to have time, though.
That man-to-man coverage. Someone needs to win right here.
Mond on 3rd and 9. Heavy pressure, releases, and it is incomplete. And there is no flag, despite the protestations of the 12th man, Aaron Murray and Rick Neuheisel.
Rick's up here throwing out his own flag, his imaginary flag, saying, what's going on here? Jimbo's feeling the same way. We're going to see right here. At least they've been consistent. That's the one thing. If you're not going to call it, then don't call it the entire game. A lot of hands up.
Roger McCreary.
He's just pushing him down.
If this were a burglar, we'd find him because fingerprints were everywhere.
You're going NCIS College Station.
I'm just telling you, that is amazing that that's getting let go.
Man hits it from inside the 20. Backed up. Good. I mean, my goodness. Now Todd backs up inside the 5. However, a couple of blocks, and he takes it across the 20. He's across the 25 before the Aggies wrestle him down. And so the punt unit for the Aggies gives up another return for Christian Tutt. Ends up being
18 yards of field.
That's
position.
right. A bigger piece of sky over Kyle Field, Aggie land here in College Station, Texas, the home of the 12th man. Nix pulls it, tosses it on the run pass option. That's Eli Stove on the edge across the 50-yard line into Aggie territory again. Carper stops him after a gain of 17.
The most impressive thing on that was the 2 outside receivers right there not blocking down the field before the ball was caught.
Auburn 21-3. Kelvin Carper back on the Aggie sideline, was able to walk off zone power. Whitlow O'Neal replaces Kelvin Carper. Well, Patrick Nix has been floating all around Kyle Field today, but tough matchup last night as Pinson Valley lost to number 5 Oxford. Top 5 matchup, 34-33 on a tip touchdown in the 4th quarter. So that's a lot of travel.
Let me say what he looks like right there as a quarterback dad. You notice those things in his ears? So he doesn't listen to all the noise around him. He's listening to a radio broadcast.
Well, how about what he said? Coach Dye said, don't read the paper, don't listen to the radio. And that's our advice for Bo. Now, in the era of social media, I love you're going back to Coach Dye's advice about don't pick up the paper.
Oh, you can't pick it up. That's for all message for all young football players. Don't read the clippings, good or bad. Just stay away. I love Texas A&M. They said a bunch of their guys this season are off social media. All fall camp, Texas A&M, no social media.
Here comes Gatewood and company, another play in his package. Third down and 4. Probably not, given the 21-3 lead. You don't want to give up field position. So this is going to be a big down right here for the Aggies to see if they can get this ball back.
Nix, 3rd and 9. He's chased, tosses back, incomplete, looking for Stove, but it's incomplete. 4th down coming. The Aggies down by 18, but they'll get the football back.
They had dialed up the screen, trying to get it out of his hands, but the Aggies played it really well. Great A-gap pressure, which is always the hardest on a young quarterback.
That double-A pressure is always a pain because you don't know how to protect it most of the time. You don't know who's coming. Usually for this A&M defense, you look at it enough. Usually the side opposite of the center in zone coverage, that guy will go right there a little bit man, so both guys decide to come on the blitz. Great job for the defense.
Flag down. Sebas hits it on the 45. Paul, fair catch. Had more flags on punts in the second half.
Well, everybody's got these exotic formations. I think this is going to be another formation issue.
Legal formation on the kicking team. 5 men on the backfield. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the return. First down.
That's a
On 1st and 10. Complete. Osmond wrestled down as soon as he grabs it. There's Nick Monogany on the stop. Gain of 8. So 1 fumble, 2 3-and-outs for the Aggies. It started with the Spiller fumble. Auburn turned that into a touchdown. And the Aggie offense hoping something comes together here near the end of the 3rd.
Well, they haven't been successful on 1st down.
Exactly.
It's been 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations where this D-line's been able to pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
So positive gain on 1st down this time. Sets him up for 2nd and 3. Hand it off. Nothing much doing there. Another good push. Commodity dropped by KJ Britt this time. 3rd down for Texas A&M.
Well, probably the best 3rd down situation they've been in a while. Previously, it's been 3rd and long, exotic blitzes from the Auburn team, a lot of stuff off the slot. And right now, that's what's been getting this offense, the nickel blitz. Kevn Mond, who has free reign over the protection, has not been sliding his offensive line out there to pick it up.
In the first half, their running backs had 8 carries for -7 yards. Kevn Mond has to be part of this running game if Jimbo wants to keep running the football.
Aggies started 2 for 2 on 3rd down. Since just 2 for 10. Play clock winding down. Mond gets it off. On 3rd down over the middle. Caught. They convert. Courtney Davis makes the grab. Moving the chains, get into the 35.
That is unbelievable.
A lot of tugging.
How much hands are on this guy? Watch him. Look at him. He's holding.
He's tackling before the ball's even touching his hands.
Let him play.
Yep. Yeah, Davis hauls it in. So first time they picked up a 1st down in 3 possessions. Osmond makes the grab.
Another great positive first down catch. Much easier to call plays at 2nd and 3, guys, than 2nd and 10.
Well, nice easy throws. You see the ball getting out of Kellen's hands fast. You're going to spread them out defensively. Easy reads, 1, 2, 3, quick hitch, and get the ball out before the defensive line has a chance to get after you.
Kevin Steele ahead 21-3, trying not to give up a big play, but he's going to get a little frustrated with all these easy things. You see when he starts to pin some ears back.
Well, look at the tight coverage now, man-to-man. He wants these guys pressed up a little more.
On 2nd and 3, Mond feeling the heat from Derrick Brown. Throws complete to the outside. There's Osmond again. So now the Aggies moving it out to midfield in the closing seconds of the 3rd quarter. Brown's out of the game for now for the Tigers.
Noah Igbenogany is saying, hey, he's pushing me. They are letting them play. Osmond using his hands to get open.
12 seconds. Pressure coming again. Mond, Osmond again has it inside the 35. Jump ball against Igbenogany. Move the chains. That's a gain of 13. So the Aggies down 21-3.
I'm going to say, if they're going to keep playing man-to-man coverage on the outside, Osmond's going to have to continue to win these matchups here in the 4th quarter.
And don't forget quarterback draw.
Well, Kevn Mond, leadership. He says he's not vocal, but he's trying to get vocal now. CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS will continue after this message and a word from your local station. We have reached the 4th quarter in Aggie land. Auburn with a 21-3 lead on Texas A&M. Don't forget later in the game, the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. And the Aggies are hoping that it comes here in the 4th quarter. 21-3. Mond with Cabote in the backfield. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. Kevn Mond. Mond on the roll on 1st and 5. Backs up, delivers, and it is incomplete. Mond looking for Buckley dragging over the middle. And McCreary there in coverage.
As Jimbo Fisher organizes the rest of the game, probably thinking 4 possessions, including this one. 3 others after this is what he can count on. You're 3 scores behind. So as much as you'd love a touchdown here, you have to get points on the board here as you get inside the 30. 21-6 makes it a 15-point game. You're going to need a 2-point conversion, but you keep it within 2 possessions.
Now you factor in Seth Small, the kicker, has missed from 48
exactly
and from 52. So 1 for 3 field goals so far today for your kicker, but on the offense would like to make that obsolete. Looking for Davis. He's got it inside the 10, slips away and into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. A 27-yard touchdown strike. Smoke Monday, who missed the first half, missed the tackle.
Show a little corner route here. Great job, one-on-one, give a little inside move, great accurate throw. 6 of 7 on the drive for Kevn Mond right there with the touchdown.
Small's PAT is good, so the Aggies in the 4th quarter finally in the end zone. Gig'em. So Gus Malzahn undefeated here in College Station. And his 8th-ranked Auburn Tigers. We began today asking whether the Tigers or the Aggies could be contenders this year in the SEC West. It would be a major statement now for either one. Igbenogany from the goal line. Igbenogany across the 25. Igbenogany. There's Mann who makes the stop. Braden Mann comes up after 31 yards. 1 second, they barely get it off. Whitlow has the edge. Whitlow turns the corner at the 35. Out of bounds after a gain of 9, maybe 10. And Buddy Johnson shoves him out. But Whitlow lines up for the snap, ends up at running back. Gets 9 here, 2nd and short.
Gus is so good at creating an opportunity to capture the edge. We saw it with the reverse early in the game with Schwartz. Here again.
he has handled all of this so well. And now in the fourth, Aggie's trying to make the true freshman uncomfortable at last. Whitlow on the left side has enough for the first down. The push. Michael Clemens makes the stop. First down, Auburn.
If you're going to have a 5-man box right there, don't bring a safety down or have a nickel support. They're going to continue to run this football.
With 102,000 plus here at Kyle Field, Bobby Brown III, the injured Aggie, the sophomore from Arlington, Texas, Lamar High School, helped by the training staff off to the sideline and into the injury tent. John will provide us an update if there is one on Bobby Brown III. So Jaden Peavy, the junior, takes over. Didn't play versus Lamar, Jaden Peavy, so he's back in and healthy for this critical defensive possession for the Aggies. Nix, toss, that's Whitlow on the right side. Blockers on the edge. Whitlow gets to near the 50. Buddy Johnson makes the stop. Gets to the 49, in fact, gain of 7.
You love the play call by Gus. Play before, a little inside zone going to the left. All of a sudden, you saw that backside Will linebacker want to go in there and make a play. He gets out of position. You get on the outside and make this a 2nd and 3.
Nix hands off again. Whitlow, patient runner, spins across the 45. First down, Auburn. Jarvis Whitlow from Lafayette, Alabama. Richardson on the stop.
Carter, you hit the nail on the head. That was just patient running. Right, Le'Veon Bell type, just waiting, sorting your way through. Almost looks like a skier on a mobile field. Beautifully done.
And that's what they've been working with him, just being patient. Let these power plays and trap plays, let your blockers get out in front. Let them create, and then when the hole hits, boom, you take it from there. And very patient by that receiver as well.
The umpire, Tom Quick, made a nice move as well to get out of the way. Whitlow rolling to near the 20. Bo Nix hands off. Oh, keeps it rather. Yep. Fake the give to Whitlow, and then Nix kept it, and he gets just enough for the first down inside the 20.
Carter, that ball was snapped with 10 seconds on the 40-second clock. And I know they're up tempo and they want to stay in rhythm and keep the pressure on this Aggie defense. But as you're counting possessions, in particular, if they were to score here, you would like to take this clock down inside of 5.
And why on this drive? 8 rushes, 1 pass, and now you got the 10th play of the drive. Auburn in the red zone. Whitlow back there with Nix. Nix keeps it again on 1st and 10, pulls it, makes the right decision, and dives, looking like he did on 4th down against Oregon, diving. And so
Papa's happy. Daddy's loving it right now. It's a great job pulling it and then getting north. So many young guys want to extend the play, think they're fast enough to circle the defense. Trust me, you're not. Get north, get down. Great job by him.
12 seconds on that clock as they snapped it.
Old Nix family here to support Bo. Whitlow takes it on 2nd and 2, and it'll be 1st and goal as Whitlow gets enough, move the chains, and another opportunity, snap it a couple times, and played some more clock. You know, Auburn started off with that 57-yard rush, so already on the touchdown after 19 yards last year against the Aggies, 178. Empty backfield. Now they'll motion Whitlow back in behind Nix. Whitlow will take it. Whitlow breaks a tackle, pushing inside the 5. Touchdown, Auburn. Jatarvius Whitlow.
That is a fantastic drive to answer the A&M touchdown. A fantastic drive.
It's a great side. You see the right guard and right tackle right there doing a great job kicking out on the pulling. And then Booby just using his muscles to get through there. Great job, Ray. I'm with you on that one, Rick. Great response right there. Great job by Bo Nix using his arms, using his legs to get them down there inside the 10-yard line to be able to push it in.
Carlson for the PAT. Not only a touchdown drive for the Auburn Tigers, they use up over 6 minutes of clock, and Whitlow's into the end zone. 6 minutes and 1 second on the drive. Time-wise, that's the longest drive of Auburn's season, and what a way. Whitlow carries the load with a touchdown, 28-10. It's going to be desperation time for the Aggies.
3 possessions, you're 3 scores down, you have to be in clock offense now. And if you think about their last touchdown drive, it was almost all Pat, but it's going to have to be at the line of scrimmage now to get themselves a chance to get back into this ball game.
Smith is back. Smith will let it sail into the end zone, touchback to the 25-yard line. Last drive for Kevn Mond. He was just about perfect, 6 for 7.
I thought it was great. Nice, easy throws, a lot of dump routes, easy 10-yard out, great back shoulder fade, and then the corner route for the touchdown. Great catch, elude the tackler, one-on-one. Like Rick said, this is almost 2-minute mentality right here. It's get up to the line of scrimmage, call play, get back up, and let's get rolling right now. You can't waste a lot of time.
Watch this Auburn pass rush. They know what's going on here. Number 3 says this is lunchtime.
So let's eat, boys.
They dominated the 4th quarter last year against Mond and the Aggies. Pocket holds up this time over the middle. That's complete. It's Weidermeyer, the true freshman tight end from Dickinson, Texas. Jeremiah Denson makes the stop.
The thought process isn't, though, as an offense, you want to go fast, but you don't need to start taking shots. You don't need every other ball to be a go ball or a deep dagger or a post route.
On 2nd and 2. This one, Osmond makes the grab, has the first down, gets to the 39-yard line. Kevn Osmond, Curry on the stop. Into the game for the Aggies, 1st and 10. Mond against heavy pressure, just heaves it, and Weidermeyer had a chance to run it down. T.D. Moultrie applies the pressure on Kevn Mond this time. 10 on the line here for 2nd and 10. Mond, head fake, pump fake, downfield, and it is caught. Mond finds Kendrick Rogers. I mean, that was a pump fake, like a basketball pump fake.
That was smooth right there.
Fabulous play by Mond.
Finds Rogers, gain of 17. So into Auburn territory. Nick Cole late getting off for the Tigers. Mond stepping up. Davis makes a great grab inside the 35. Courtney Davis stretches out to make a play for his QB, gain of 12.
That's a great job moving in the pocket, stepping up, and keeping your eyes down the field. Oh, catching the back tip of the football right there. A little scary for a quarterback when he sees that, but great catch, and they're on schedule right now, Coach.
Absolutely. Jimbo's thinking, let's try to score by 5.5 to 6 minutes.
Mond, the sideline.
Hey, the biggest smile on Coach's face right now when he saw that flag come out.
Pass interference. Number 4, defense. Penalty placed the ball, spotted a foul with automatic first down.
Spot foul because it's less than 15 yards. That's a pretty good shove right there on Buckley. B.
Now remember, a field goal is okay on this drive. I mean, you'd love a touchdown, but you have to get points. You have to get points as you sit here down 18.
Now, Kevn Mond here in the 4th has been at his best. 5 for 7, the touchdown pass, getting a touchdown on the last drive. But the problem for Mond and the Aggies, the Tigers responded with that 6-minute touchdown drive.
Auburn, everyone's lined up at the line of scrimmage here. Maybe possibly all-out blitz.
Here they come. Mond, fade. The receiver didn't come back to it. So that is Chapman. That's the freshman. So you missed Jay Sternberger. I mean, I know it's rather unfair, but boy.
He actually had Spiller leaking out there, wide open up the middle of the field. But as a quarterback, you're taught just retreat a little bit, put some air under the football. DBs aren't looking. See if you give your guy a chance to make a play on it.
That's where you would have liked the quarterback to signal just a fade rather than a double move, a post corner, because you don't have time for a post corner.
Yep.
Auburn, who's been getting pressure all day, now coming from all angles here in the 4th with an 18-point lead. Spiller at the top of the screen, empty backfield. Get the snap off on 2nd and 10. Mond caught. Buckley. 1st and goal, Aggies. Igbenogany.
Great back shoulder right there. Just one-on-one inside fade. Great job by Buckley getting his head around, make the catch, get a little toe tap in there.
All passes on this drive. So now 1st and goal. Spiller with Mond. Spiller takes it. Spiller stood up just short. Brown in there along with Tyrone Truesdell, second and goal.
Obviously you want to score, but you also have to conserve time. As this clock continues to tick, you need 2 more scores after this one. Running the ball against that stout defense is uphill and then some.
Rolling to 6 minutes. Remember, Auburn's last touchdown drive took 6 minutes. Mond with Spiller with him. On second and goal. Mond looking, it's tipped, and it is incomplete over the middle, third and goal.
And they're just playing a picket fence defense. Everyone's lined up about 2 yards inside the end zone. And just, Dan, if you're going to score, you have to throw it to the back of the end zone.
Derrick Brown.
Oh, good job by Brown tipping the ball. But back in the end zone is kind of a sweet spot in this defense right now. Some of these big receivers going to be able to have to make a play back there.
Interesting question for Jimbo. Should they not score here? Does he go for it on 4th down, knowing 3 scores are necessary? Or do you kick the field goal? I think he kicked the field goal.
Yep. Look at that picket fence right there. Everyone lined up right at the goal line saying, if you're going to score on us, it needs to be in the back of the end zone.
Goal line 7.
Mond on the roll. Against that picket fence, tosses back to the end zone, incomplete. 4th and goal. Jimbo Fisher arguing again, but here comes the field goal unit.
Smart move here, especially with the penalty.
If successful, you're down 15.
Still don't think you need an onside kick at this point.
I don't think so
you
either.
have 3 timeouts to go. You're just hoping your defense gets you a 3 now in some good field position.
He's exactly right.
Short one here, 23.
And they got it within their target. We said 5.5 minutes. They got it with 5:40.
So the short field goal is good for Seth Small. 3 on the board. Auburn holds the Aggies out of the end zone. 28-13. Tigers in the 4th. Here at Kyle Field, which is uncharacteristically quiet here in the 4th quarter in an SEC matchup that was expected to go down to the wire, but time's starting to run out for Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies. 5:36, and that tells the whole story. Auburn on the ground, dominant over the Aggies today. Auburn in the red zone has been terrific. The Aggies don't have a touchdown in the red zone. Braden Mann's kickoff will hang on the rope and now finally trickle in. Benogany was back, just going to let it roll into the end zone. Touchback. Whitlow, but to your point, I think it's going to be hard to find a way for a Pac-12 team into the college football playoff at this point with Utah's loss. But here's the reminder. It is September. I mean, you want to go ahead and fill it out right now. And it's fun to talk about. That's the fun of it. But the Auburn Tigers would like to have something to say about that. The SEC West, we talked about how if they came in with a true freshman and played extremely well today against number 17 Texas A&M in this environment, it would be a big statement about Auburn being ready to contend in the SEC West. They have looked the part thus far.
2 of the biggest wins this season so far, Auburn, Oregon, and then if Auburn finds a way to finish this game right now, Auburn over A&M. That's 2 ranked teams for a freshman quarterback.
And if Bo Nix completes those 3 shot opportunities that he overthrew today, because his alarm clock was going a little quick, they're going to be lethal.
First charge time out of the half. Texas
Timeout,
A&M.
Aggies, we step aside. Nix hands off to Whitlow. He is dropped, and there's the second timeout. Jimbo Fisher after Tyree Johnson makes a stop. So we will step aside. Still 1 timeout for the Aggies, and with 4:41, they get the 3 and out. Sipos on the punt. Paul with a chance at a return to set up the Aggies with a short field.
The fact that you've used 2 timeouts now, the next marker is 3 minutes. You'd like to score if you're the Aggies by the 3-minute mark.
All back up. Good punt. Paul lost it. Loose football scooped up by the Aggies. They somehow managed to run it down after Paul muffs the punt. And with 4:30, somehow it ends up for the Aggies. Fuller ends up grabbing it for Texas A&M after the muff by Paul.
They're
trying to make a play right there.
They're going to get him in some meetings and say the virtue of fair catches. 4 down territory, fellas.
We're talking about last drive. Yeah, it's fine throwing some slants and little in routes. Right here, you have to at some point take a couple shots down the field. See if you can win a one-on-one.
But stay on schedule with the idea that you're going to score somewhere between 2 minutes and 30 and 3 minutes. Knowing a touchdown is the only alternative.
No more field goals at this point.
Yep.
Ends up being a 50-yard punt there from Sipaw's critical punt, setting up field position in Auburn's favor. Mond on 1st and 10. In the pocket, steps up, dropped by Kendrick Rogers. Dropped over the middle at the 30-yard line.
And this is what we're going to see from this Auburn defense right now. That 2 Tampa, which is pretty much a glorified 3 deep. You got 2 safeties way off the hash. You got the middle linebacker running through the middle of the field. And they're going to give up. They're going to give up 8, 9, 10-yard plays and continue to milk this clock if you're going to want to try to win this game.
3 sacks, and the Auburn defensive line has put the pressure on Kevn Mond all game. Here they come. Mond hit as he throws, delivers, goes right back to Rogers, who makes the grab and gets across the 35.
He's been waiting for that all week. That's a Sam Sarah blitz off the outside. They're going to play cover 2 behind it.
Trap coverage.
Yeah, a little trap coverage. Throws right over the cornerback in the hole over there. Great job, great read. He saw it coming. He saw the free safety flying over on the top to get to his half.
Christian Tutt lays the lick. Mond incomplete. Delivers on the outside again. Looking for Rogers again. And Igbenogany and Rogers get tangled up. Play on.
Play on is right. It is absolutely hand-to-hand combat out there. Kevin Steele applying pressure. Not going to sit back. Not going to let this happen. He's going to be responsible for what takes place here. Defensive coordinator for Auburn, staying aggressive.
4:02 at a quiet Kyle Field. Aggies down by 15. Delivers. That's Carboni out of the backfield across the 45. Igbenogany there on the stop.
First down.
Temporarily stopping the clock at 3:54.
They are a big play from getting this crowd back into it, Carter.
There's Kevin Steele, former head coach at Baylor. He's been in College Station a lot. Over 300 passing yards now from Mond. Chased again. Mond slips out. Mond has the first down and slides near the 36-yard line. So Mond goes scrambling for 16.
Those are the legs we've been waiting to see in this football game. Everyone's playing off. Bill linebacker gets out there to throw the running back. Free space for him to get out there and get the first down. They're moving on schedule. Plenty of time. Got a little time out in the pocket as well.
Not going to use that on offense, though, knowing 2 scores are necessary.
Tutt showing pressure off the edge again. Mond 1st and 10, steps up. That's complete. It's Davis who has it inside the 25-yard line. Another first down. Chance to stop the clock as the chains are set. Now it's rolling inside at 3 minutes.
Boy, they're starting it fast. Those chains aren't set by the time they're starting.
On in the pocket, checking, clock rolling. Seconds ticking away. The Aggie fans feel it. So on 1st and 5, Mond. That's called, but it doesn't give you much. I mean, it's called by Rogers, but no chance at the first down. The clock's rolling now. You have the timeout, but Ricky just said you don't use it on offense. So
mindful of the last possession as well. Now you're down to almost the necessity of an onside kick.
First, you have to get in the end zone. Mond steps up, delivers, end zone caught, touchdown Aggies. Ainias Smith has the TD grab for Texas A&M. 2-12. Aggies aren't done yet.
That could have easily been a late hit on the quarterback, too.
Seth Small out for the PAT to make it an 8-point game. 2 minutes and 18 seconds on the drive. Small boots it through. So 8-point game, 2-12. And the one timeout big for Jimbo Fisher if the Aggies can get another stop on defense or onside kick. Here's the onside kick from Mond. One hop, and it is caught in the hands team, and it is Auburn football. And Whitlow puts his hands on it and secures it. Whitlow's not giving rid of that football. Only one timeout, one chance to stop the clock, and now the Aggies are hoping for a miracle.
Dare him to throw.
Nix will hand off. Whitlow across the 50. Well, this is a big decision by Auburn to give the football to Whitlow, who has the fumbling issues. There's a timeout at 2:05, but Gus Malzahn showing confidence in Jatavius Whitlow.
Third and final timeout of the half, Texas A&M.
And this is where Jimbo tells Mike Elko, if they throw the ball, it's on me. You stop the run.
There's 0% chance they throw the football.
If they throw the ball, it's on me. You get in there. There's no safety here.
Yes.
Add numbers.
Whitlow again on the left side, two hands on the football. Aggies trying to rip it out. Brown gets the stop. A minute 57, and that 40 seconds will tick all the way down.
Coach, you let this go all the way out and call a timeout with 1 second if you're Auburn right now?
I don't think it's necessary. I think you can save your timeout. You know what you're doing.
And now with the Aggies out of timeout, an Auburn first down means you can take a knee.
Absolutely. A chance to be 4-0 in College Station. Who would believe that? This kind of raucous environment. I told you these Aggies would come to life. They got a touchdown. Look for a little quarterback run right here. There's
Nix
the quarterback
will
run.
keep it.
He's got it.
And slides. First down, Auburn, and now they can take a knee with an 8-point lead, and Texas A&M out of timeouts.
That is a great call. That is a great execution. You see the advanced education of Nix. He knows when I get out there, I'm going to go down before I go out of bounds. But this one is over. What a great win for the Auburn Tigers.
Just the 7th team ever to win 4 straight trips to Kyle Field, joining Alabama, Arkansas, Texas, Rice, SMU, and TCU back in the old Southwest Conference days. So question was how Bo Nix would fare against the 12th man, Kyle Field, and the Aggies of Texas A&M, and it is Bo Nix hitting a knee in victory formation as Auburn will go to 4-0 with a dramatic win over Oregon and a commanding win at Texas A&M.
That's a great way to start the SEC right there, playing in this league for this Auburn team for Bo Nix.
And you go back to the throws that he missed. How much will he learn? How much will he gain from this experience? The confidence is going to start to surge. Those throws are going to start to get more comfortable, and this team's going to be dangerous.
Well, he's been confident more and more every single week. I think he took another stride forward in the right direction.
I like the Aggies fighting back, though. These are two good football teams. Going to be heard from again.
It's official now. Auburn 4-0, 1-0 in the SEC. With Georgia, Notre Dame still to come. A major statement from the Auburn Tigers here in College Station, Texas. And John Shriven is with Gus Malzahn and Bo Nix.
Coach, we will get to your star quarterback in a second, but first, talk about the effort of your defense, completely shutting down this run game. How impressed were you with their performance?
Our defense is a real defense, there's no doubt. They're a special offense. We shut down the run. That really made the difference in the first half as we were sputtering a little bit offensively, and this guy stepped up. He's growing up every game, man. Look out.
What did you learn about your freshman quarterback in a hostile environment? Was never shaken at all.
No, the moment's not going to be too big for him. This place is a tough place to play. That's a really, really good team, and you know, we found a way to win.
Congratulations, Coach. Impressive win.
All right, thank you.
Let's bring in the star of the game, quarterback Bo Nix. Your first road game in the SEC in a hostile environment. Describe what this atmosphere was like for you.
I mean, it's awesome. That's why you come and play SEC football. And we battled as a team at Texas A&M. I got to give them props because they were a really good team. They had a really good defense. There at the end, they played us close, and so, but we fought together as a team and we came through with the win.
You got those 2 scores early on, and then the offense kind of sputtered out a little bit. What did you say? What did you do to get the offense rolling again?
Well, we just came out the second half and we found some plays that worked and we ran them. And so Coach Malzahn does a really good job at halftime adjustments. And we came out and we ran the ball on them, and that gave us enough for the win.
Guys,
Hope you enjoyed watching it on TV. So for Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel, John Striffen, I'm Carter Blackburn saying so long from College Station. Final score 28-20. War Eagle. The CBS Sports College Football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage is up next. Auburn 4-0, 1-0 in the SEC.